Yeah, man. Let's get it. Oh, where is that camera pixel? All right. Good morning, GD. Looking through, trying to see. I've actually opened up my. I was kind of reevaluating some of the things that I was doing with as far as looking through the market and everything. So I made two separate scans. One is scanning the full market. I don't care what it is, price range or whatever. I want to see what's going on so I don't, end up getting into something that is just not worth it. Second thing is the trades that I've been taking off of the supports that I've been taking have been given some pretty good bounces. But what I've seen is I have to get that first bounce. The first bounce is the bounce that I need, right? If the first bounce is weak, I need to go ahead and get out because it may continue to fade. And I'm buying lows and I'm buying really low points. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just catch it, get in. If it does what it's going to do, especially if it's a low float, I'm only looking to really buy those lows on something that can give that range back up to the upside, 20, 30 cents, something like that. But if it's chopping around already out of the open, kind of just really, really choppy, it is questionable. I like to see those good fluid motions in one direction or the other to see who's winning. But, we have seen some choppy stocks over the last few days. But it's just a part of the market movement, and we will choose from those or select from those um, the best volume and the best range, and then connect the catalyst to it. Let's see. Yesterday, I ended up trading MICS. Um, it was the only thing I really saw where shorts were getting a nice fluid win to the downside into previous levels of support. So this one right here, MICS, I bought right here at the 190, right around 189, right 190. And I was looking for this bounce back up off of this level, which we did get up to $2. It did get over $2. It went like 210s or something, but I took most of mine at the 204, 202-ish level because there was a nice, 90 cents up to the 202, 204. Nice little 12 to 15 cent winner. And I just went ahead and sold it because I saw this previous rip down, right? From MICS. Had a couple of wicks here, and I was like, ugh, I would like to get that first bounce off that level, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. And so right now it's sitting at 193, still at that level, but just not with the volume that it had yesterday. Let's go through the scans here. So I made this overall scan, and what we're seeing is SMX 21 cents, up 46%. Carvana is the next thing that is challenging. Carvana, what was the news on this one? It's 57 bucks. Carvana stock tumbles after moving earnings releases, and then they took a Q3 loss. Oh, so why did it bounce back up? Carvana post Q2 net sales of 3 billion versus the 2.6 billion. So they made more money than was expected. Um, beat it by 0.4 billion, even with all of the loss and all of that they were expected to have. Carvana entered into a distribution agreement with Citigroup. So that is another catalyst on Carvana. Let's see what else has catalyst. SMX doesn't really have any catalyst here. Up 45%, but it's only 21 cents. Has the highest volume, but no catalyst, so that's a no-go. MULN, or let me say this. TOS, Thinkorswim and all of that, they are a free service. So that does not mean that this thing totally doesn't have any catalyst, but it doesn't have any catalyst that has been posted for free. It may have some catalyst behind the back burner, but I don't know. I don't really want to play on it and try to hope for a catalyst to come out at the open. MULN, we see that one every day. It goes crazy every single day. MULN, a lot of trades on it. 15 cents. V-Ray, another one, no catalyst, 7 cents. I did add to my AT&T position. I love this drop here, and I'm continuing to add. It did pop from the 1345s back up here to the 1427s, but I added down here at 1350, and it gave a little bit of a pop. But I'm not really day trading AT&T. I'm in it for the dividend, so I'm holding my shares there. And continue to build a position as it goes down, because this is my logic behind AT&T. AT&T towers provide services to way more companies than just AT&T. You have T-Mobile on their towers. You have Verizon on their towers. You have Sprint uses some of their towers. So AT&T holds the backbone to telecommunication infrastructure, right? And I was talking to Rooster the other day about this, and he was like, yeah, I don't know about AT&T. I don't know enough about the company, but I personally know about the towers and about what services that AT&T provides. And the thing is, I don't think AT&T is afraid of their prices dropping like this, because it holds everything on itself. AT&T, all they have to do is say, okay, Verizon, we're going to need to up your premium per month, or per however they do it, annual premium or whatever, and be like, okay, we need to get our prices back up. And they can raise money immediately off the companies that use their infrastructure. And so that's why I'm really not Verizon was going up for a while, and I was like, okay, that's great, Verizon, but you're on AT&T's towers. So if you're going up and AT&T is going down, and AT&T is your backbone, I'm gonna be looking to invest in some AT&T, for the long term, especially with that nice dividend that they have. They continue to give a great dividend, so I'm not too worried about AT&T. I would actually like to see it come down a little bit more. Let's see what else we got here. LILM. Don't see any news on today. TIVC, Activision. Of course, they had some great news last week. Looks like they got a little bit of news today as well. Let's see. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard still committed to a 75 billion merger. A merger deal. Oh boy. So Activision and Microsoft are merging. I saw yesterday, I think it was ICAD that was also doing a merger or something with Microsoft. Let me see. ICAD. Let's see. Was it ICAD, or am I saying that wrong? ICAD provide. And yesterday was what, the 18th? ICAD Profound AI Breast Suite in US General. Maybe this was just a AI play. I saw some other stock yesterday that had News about Microsoft doing a partnership or something. Well, actually, I dropped it in the Discord. That's what it was. Yep. Let me see what it was. Come on, Discord, pop up. Okay. So in the Discord, let me see what I said. Did I not put? Did I put that in the right one? Okay, Microsoft and Meta are teaming up for AI development. That's what it was. So it was Microsoft and Facebook. So Microsoft is getting a lot of partnerships. They're getting Microsoft and Facebook. They're getting Microsoft and what do we just see? Oh my gosh, my memory is gone. And AT&T, S&P. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. Activision. Okay, Microsoft and Activision, Microsoft and Facebook also doing some partnership deals. So Microsoft is definitely looking very bullish, especially going into AI with the big tech companies like Facebook and like, you know, Activision. Activision, we know is mainly gaming, but gaming has fueled so much of AI and so much of tech in general. So, I mean, the sky's the limit, really. They got a $75 billion deal on the line with Activision. Yeah, that's some money right there. Let's continue to look down, though. I will put Activision, and I think Rooster was trading Activision the other day, but Activision should continue to be bullish as well. Let's see, ATVI, and also put Meta up here. Okay. So we've gone down most of the list. Let's see, NKLA, we know that's been moving. Not too volatile today. Yep. Reliable Rudy in here. Good morning. VRM. No news there. TTOO. Just not seeing we got the SQQ, TQQ. Tesla, any news on Tesla? Let's see. Tesla's looking like good morning, Lori. Tesla analyst tells why Q2 margin shrinkage shouldn't be an issue for the stock. Do they have anything more clear? Tesla Challenger VinFast powers up with U.S. factory plans, aims to make 150,000 EVs per year. Okay. Market volatility. Elon Musk boasts about strong roof in response to the Model Y owner. Traders await more earnings. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Let's continue. SOLX or SOXL. No news. TMF. Nothing. And SOXS. Okay, so this scanner right here is the overall scanner of the market. It pretty much doesn't NIO. Let's see how NIO is setting up. So NIO has been on a little bit of an uptrend. Broke this previous little consolidation level here. So it had a low of maybe like the 750s and then made a higher low here. And I don't know. Does it need some more consolidation around this level of 1050s? Is it trying to hold 1050s for the next move up? We'll see. It does have a little bit of a top here. 14s. And maybe that's the tip top. Let's go right here because this has a little bit more touches in here. PBLA. Let's go look at PBLA. I do not see it on the I don't see it on the either one of these scans. So let's go check it out. PL or PBLA. And this one is a $2 stock. Okay, so it had a little bit. Is this charting right? Let me go look at the other charting over here. PBL. PLA. Okay, so yeah. That charting is pretty accurate, maybe. So I'm looking at TOS, and then if I switch over here to Street Smart Edge, this is what I'm seeing. I see this gap, what, 570? 547s. Yeah, so yeah, it's just a little bit different looking there. Look at the overall picture over here on TOS. It looks like it gapped up and then went down. But over here on PBLA on Street Smart Edge, it looks like it just gapped down and gapped down again. I don't know.
TDOC is another watcher for me. Over 25 should be strong.
TDOC, we'll check that out. Okay, but PBLA definitely has a little bit of a top going back towards, well, let me do it over here. PBLA taking a little move up on the daily charts, but on the regular charts, let's see. It closed yesterday at 207, gapped up here. Let's look at any kind of news on this one. We see Pebula Therapeutics to receive total up to 9.5 million for divestiture of assets. So they're looking to receive some money. I don't know if they got that money yet, but yeah, looking to receive some money on PBLA. And let me put that up here. PBLA has 1 million shares in the float. I said 1 million shares in the float. 1 million shares in the volume. Okay, and then let's see, TDOC. Okay, has had a little gap down from 55. I don't know if that was a gap or a some type of offering. Came down here to 25s, has many, or not many, but a couple of tests down here at the 22 level, around that 22 level, and continues to hold. So I guess your risk will be 22 on this one. And it looks like it came down after testing the top side of this little consolidation back into this consolidation. So I guess your bottom will be 22. You got a 26 that was broken and then came back and tested it again on Teladoc. Teladoc, does it have any news? Yeah, it does have news this month. Teladoc Health to announce second quarter 2023 financial results, and that was on the 10th of this month. And then we have Teladoc expands collaboration in AI with Microsoft, another Microsoft hit. So Microsoft is really getting a lot of partnerships around here in AI development. And this one specifically says with Microsoft to address healthcare workforce crisis. So Teladoc may be one. I'll slap that one up here on the watch. I'll slap it over here. Is it a dividend stock? Is Teladoc a dividend stock? I don't know. But yeah, let's just slap it on one of these watches. Swing watch, Teladoc. And then I got a call out for SXTP. XSTP. Let's jump over there. SXTP. All right, so XSTP, looking at the daily chart, had a previous buy off of 372, went all the way up to 865, and has now come down and hit a all-time, well, I don't know if it's all-time low, but it's hit a low of 238. It's currently trading around 311, so it popped back up here above the 3 and filled this previous little what looks like a gap, little bit of a gap there, 285 up to 311s. We'll see how that plays out. That one is on my other scan over here, XTP. It's up 28%. We'll see what its relative volume calculates to be. Well, I don't even know if it'll calculate. It looks like an IPO, something that hasn't been open for a long time. Let's see, IPO'd on whatever this is. What, May, June? What do they actually do? SXTP. What do they do? 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals. They have 2 employees. Their sector is healthcare and biotechnology. They have the chairman, CEO, and then they have the chief financial officer, and then the medical officer. They don't even say the medical officer's pay. But this guy is paid $148,000 a year, or I guess that's annually. He was born in 1975, so these are 75, what, they're like 40 years old or something. 50, 60 years old, 70, 80 years old, 70, 60, 70, somewhere up in there. Let's look at this. 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals operates as a specialty pharmaceutical company that engages in the development and commercialization of therapies for the prevention and treatment of infectious diseases. The company offers Aracota for malaria preventative treatment. It also engages in the development of tafenoquine, and this is on the Aracota regimen. That is a phase 2B clinical trial for COVID-19. So they're working on COVID, working on a lot of stuff. This one, tafenoquine or keen, for fungal lung infections, tick-borne diseases, oh my goodness, what is this one? They got so many words in here, they're breaking my tongue, bro. Candidiasis. Candidiasis. I don't even know what that one is. I'm gonna have to look that one up real quick. That one hurt. And other infectious and non-infectious diseases, and Selgosivir for respiratory viruses and what in the bro? Let me look these up. I don't even know what these words are.
LOL.
Okay, so let's see. This is a vaginal yeast infection. Candid, whatever this word is a yeast infection. And then what's this other word? Dengue. Dengue fever. Okay, so disease caused by dengue virus. It's a the mosquito-borne viral disease, causes high fever, headache, and joint pains. Okay, causes spots on the back. Okay, so we got one for the vaginal yeast infection and one for the dengue fever, also known as black bone fever. All right. Let's go and read the rest of this. Company was founded in 2010 and is based out of in Washington, District of Columbia.
SXTP, recent IPO, worth a watch. PWM making higher highs. Good swing.
PWM, let's check out PWM here. Let me add that over here. Search symbol PWM. Okay, so PWM had a previous high yesterday of $23. Came down here and tested the 1830s. Let's jump over here and see if PWM has any continuation type catalyst behind it. So we see it came from $4, ran all the way up to $31. In one day, moved from 26 down here to 18. Has what looks like a bottom here at the 1038s, and the current price right now is 1950. So it's right around the top of this candle right here, trading currently. So we'll see what that wants to do. We have about 2 minutes to the open. And if you guys see anything else after the open, please let me know. I'll check it out. What are we going to be watching out of the open? So Carvana is really taking the wheel right now with what, 37 up 37% with the news that it had over what, 0.4 billion over what was expected. And looking back at this, at the watch list here, or the scanners here, we can see that SMS, this little 22-cent stock, is up 56% with no kind of catalyst, just kind of up. And then the number 2 runner up, and this is all of these stocks. So I kind of cut out the certain price range, and I want to see everything, everything that is a stock, I guess you could say. Not really ETFs or anything like that, but just stocks. Then MULN still at 15%, and these are our top 3 movers on the day. So we'll see what ends up going up here and competing with them. As for low floats, we got SXTP, and not really seeing a whole lot of low, well, we have low shares outstanding. We don't really know what the floats are here. We'll have to go and look into it. But let me go and look at XS or SXTP for that float. XSTP. Statistics. That float is looking like 1.68 million. Not a lot of other data on it, like insiders or institutions. We do know that their operating cash flow is net negative 1.32 million. Current ratio 0.23, so they have a very low probability, if all of their debts come due right now, of paying that off. Let's see, total cash 29,000, total debt looking like 24.49 million. Where's their quick ratio? Let me go over to NASDAQ and check this real quick. So beginning company, kind of budding out. Make sure I went to the right thing. Yeah, that is SXTP. All right, the market is just opened. Let's go ahead and go over here and see what's happening. SMX up 62%, making a move upward. Carvana is what I'm thinking is going to actually end up leading the day, taking its initial move downward. So giving some people some opportunity to try to partake in a dip. The top here was the 54.20. Now I'll put that as, well, it's coming back up. It may just go ahead and knock that out. So never mind about that. This is the first couple of minutes of the day. PWM was another call out. Let's look at that one. PWM coming up to this high point of 2024 for possible resistance and a possible breakthrough this 2024. Low volume, we got 193,000 on that one. But this one has had a uptrend for what, 2-3 days or something like that. So could break this and hold the 20s. Anything else that's holding green here? I'm also looking for some high relative volume through here. SMX has high relative volume of it's over 5 there, but not really seeing a whole lot of high relative volume out here, which is what we need. We need that high relative volume. I'm pretty sure some people will focus in. I'll go ahead and add that one, even though it's cheaper. I'm not going to trade it, but I will watch it. SMX, to see what kind of people are over here trading it. Had a previous little consolidation around the 18 cents down here, and had a high of 25 cents, but it has no catalyst. So this will be a pure technical. You have to do purely technical trading. You don't know when they're gonna be selling off, and if buyers are incentivized to hold or anything like that. You just kind of gotta play it, just scalp it. Scalp it for 1 or 2 cents, 1 or 2 cents over and over again, which probably is gonna be kind of tiring. MICS going on down. This is the one that I traded yesterday. I saw this huge red candle. I was like, oh yes. Came down here right at the 186, which was the previous consolidation on the daily chart. If we look over here on MI, touched this little level right here, and I bought that right there. Got that nice pop back up to $2. But it is coming down now, and I am completely done with that one. It had some kind of deal with Walmart, increasing its inventory in Walmart. But the product isn't great, so I'm thinking it's going to probably go down through the ground. ICAD was another one that popped up yesterday. Had a little motion up here to the 360s, 367s, and had a little gap down this morning, but holding these levels right under this gap down and trying to gap fill. I guess the question would be, can it get over 360s and start to hold? Carvana coming on down under VWAP. So below average prices now. NKLA making its way up 6%, 9 million shares traded on it. Activision, Tesla, Verizon, PLTR moved from the 18 up to the 1830s. Rivian back up, holding this 25 again. So came down here to this level that is touched a couple of times, right along this 2430s, and right back up to 25. So keep an eye on oil out here doing its thing. Oil is up to 76 break holding out of this. So I added to my INDO trade around this level, like down here at the 69s, and oil is looking quite nice going towards this top back towards the 80s. So I'm just going to continue to hold my INDO and see how that plays out. I'm looking to hold the INDO into wintertime when it's colder and we're using more heating resources. Okay, Rivian PLTR, Activision NKLA, continuing to pop up. Only up 7% though. Nothing else really up significantly with the volume. PWM, still just not a lot of volume here. I'd like to see that fluid motion
today.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something else has gotta come on with it, because this just ain't it. Where does X or SXTP? SXTP, what was SXTP? Okay, so this one's going down as well. Didn't really have much catalyst on the day. That's why I wasn't too confident in it. But it is coming down here and revisiting a previous low where shorts had already won. So will this confidence kind of drop as it re-enters this level? I don't know. But does have this level to re-enter under the 287s, 290s. Carvana coming on down back to 50. 50 is a whole dollar level, and what was the low of that? 49.94. It already touched 50. But this is the beginning of the day. That does not mean it's done doing its thing. Let's look at Carvana's daily chart. Is it coming into any kind of previous level? So it had a top here of 57.72 back in July, August area of 2023, 2022. Okay. And then it also has this gap up from 43 up to wherever it just went. So has a bottom right around the 36, 37. Could definitely come down some more, which it looks like it's doing under the 50s. We're going to start doing a little bit of scanner cleanup here in a little bit. Meta popping back up there. Meta should be doing pretty good with all of these partnerships with Microsoft and all this on AI. CYN, that one was up there earlier. Let me take that off.
Blah.
PBLA. Wow. PBLA getting some love here through the 250s to whatever this is. Up 27%. 3 million shares traded, pushing on PBLA. $270s. It is the largest mover out of the open. So looking like it's kind of starting to catch a wind here. Let me see the daily chart on PBLA. Okay. So we look over here on TOS. We had this previous top here right under the $3 that is pushing its way up to. Will this be a little bit of resistance? Will it give a little drop back and then get through this $3 level? We don't know. But it's definitely coming up into some type of resistance back, trying to get back into this gap. Let's also look over here on Street Smart, see how this looks. Pretty much the same look. Resistance and possible resistance right here. At the right at the $3 is what I'm looking at as resistance. It's at 275 right now, up 30%. ICAD could not keep that gap filled and hit it on down. Only 1 million shares on it. PWM rejection off of that $20 level. It just didn't have the volume to hold up there. Maybe it'll do something towards the latter part of the day as it continues. It may be a grinder on the day with this low volume. NVIDIA, PBLA still doing its thing. Okay. Coming down there very quickly, PBLA.
PBLA entry 2.43, exit 2.58.
Nice. So Donnell getting some scalps out here. I want to see what the next candle is going to look like. This candle, this 15-minute candle will be closing in 5 minutes.
Bravo, Donald clapping hands sign.
Okay.
PBLA, Watching over 3.00. Thanks, Lori.
$3. Remember, that is that resistance up there. So, and we'll see if it gets strong rejection there. If it does try to go up there again. PBLA. TV narrow. Right. PBLA up still 33%. That 275 continues to get tested in this range. So our short's going to get aggressive. Now, this is the fluid motion that I'm talking about. When these things do fluid motion like this and give a good push of shorts or a good push of longs, do those entities or those powers that be like, oh, it pushed this far out of its range. We don't want to get the whole range. We don't want to push it all the way back down. But if we can just capture 10, 20 cents down to the downside. And if we look at this on the top side, what is this? 295 all the way down here to 275. That's a 20 cent. So will they take profit? Will it bounce back up? What's going to happen here? And of course, I think it just has a little, not really a great catalyst, but it has a catalyst. We'll see. We'll see. What is the shares of this one? Okay. So what is a dip gonna look like on this one? Stopped it right around the 275. Is this 275 gonna start to become a wall? We'll put a white line here because we don't know what this thing is. Bouncing off that 275, and we'll see if we can get any kind of confirmation on the hour chart as it comes to a close. Does it want to close back towards the 240s or continue to try to hold the 275s? VWAP right now on this one is the 268. But I see strong resistance at 3. So, I mean, you could play this up under 3. But I think that test of 3 is going to be the nail in the coffin. PLTR from 18 up to 1856. SMX going on down. Carvana. Trying to just hold right under the 50s. I hope that AT&T continues down, man. It does not need to bounce. I want to add some more over the next couple of weeks. Activision. Then this guy holding up the 275s right now. It's only got 20 cents to play up to that 3, and then the short's gonna get real aggressive. Real aggressive. There's 291. Watch when it touches 3 now. I'm telling you. Watch it. Watch it. Look at it. 294. Let's jump right here. Look at this. It's right at this level. It's about to get attacked. It's about to get attacked under the 3. That's not to say it's not going to retest, but for this initial touch, this initial bounce, and this is what I look for to the downside. I look for it to come down, that initial bounce to the downside, and then I'm looking for that pop back off of a obvious support level or a resistance level on the daily chart. Right now, it's got 11 million shares traded. The high of this one was the 295, 5 cents away from the 3. There's definitely somebody sitting at that 3. Let's look on the level 2s here. There's just a little bit of size right there, but I don't think that's a real size. I think they're spoofing. Maybe it won't make it to the 3. Still up 35%, still the biggest mover on the day so far. The only other thing is SXTP, which is definitely not getting the volume that it's looking like it needs. SMX going back below 20 cents now. Go ahead and pop that off. It didn't have any catalyst anyway. Not really a threat. But Carvana holding over the 50s here. Popping back up there from 47 60s up here to the 50s for a little test. Still don't think it's done going down.
Watch JXJT.
JXJT. All right, so we got JXJT. Let's go ahead and pop that up on JT on the scans as well. So JXJT, it's also an AI play. Also an AI play. Let me pull this up. So JX Lux Venture announces a new artificial intelligence initiative, US $1 million agreement with Tianjin, Beijing, I don't know, pharmaceutical wholesale company limited in connection with incorporating Chat GPT type technology for ERP platform. Okay, so they have an initiative with a $1 million agreement. JXJT. How much? Pretty low volume here. It's up 27%. Hit a high. Let's look at this daily chart. So we can see it's got a little bit of a history of giving back. So let's be careful. We had a high here of 316. They got hit, tested, and became major resistance, pushed it all the way back under this. Where would be a support, a possible support? 233s, maybe 275. That's the mid range of what looks like a little bit of a consolidation play in here. But I don't know. Is it obvious to everyone though? Is everyone gonna see 275 as something? Because I just put it there, but does everybody are they like, okay, this is the point in which I want to buy at 275, right? And there's 275 getting tested right there. And I don't know if everybody's gonna be on one accord here. It takes that one accord movement. You need to be. There's a 275 little bounce there. It's just getting a pretty strong push down there. I'll throw it up there as well. JXJT. PBLA up to the 3. I'm looking for it to get destroyed here. Absolutely destroyed off the 3. PBLA. So it did touch the 3, and now where can it fall to? I would say maybe the 250s off a nice plunge down. Looking over here on TOS, has cracked that high there. So as a short, I will be getting crazy aggressive for a pass back through the $3. Crazy aggressive. Now this is where risk management comes in. This is how my trade was yesterday. I got aggressive at that level and I had a very low risk. I was only risking $19.17, but I made 5 times that. All right. So let's see how much they make off of this $3 touch. And, at points like this, sometimes you can get blown out as a short. You're like, man, this thing has no reason to be up. It's at a obvious resistance level. We need to knock this thing down to the ground, and then it continues higher, especially without catalyst. If it does it without catalyst, it's really going to catch you off guard, and that's where your risk management will save your life. But on this one, no catalyst. Touch the level. Shorts putting their boots on, about to do some stomping of grapes. We're gonna have some wine at the end of this. Let's see. JG, that's still doing its thing. NKLA, not really doing much. So yeah, this guy is one of the few that is still moving.
PBLA, I tried entry 2.95, exit 2.96.
Oh yeah, no
exit,
rush. Wait for the dip.
Push-up.
It's coming
Risk
down.
Management.
It's coming down. Wait for the dip. I would say wait for a dip and maybe a retest of 275 could be a possibility, especially on a strong dip. If it strong dips to like 250, you could get a nice 10 something cents. But the VWAP right now is at what, 279, right at 280, and it's about to splash down. Shorts, I mean, this is where shorts get aggressive. This is how they make their money. If they're not aggressive here, they just lose money. And that $3 was the entry, and they've got 20 cents in pocket right now. So they just, they're like, I'll move my break even to $3 or right above this level right here at the what's this high of 307, risking that 7 cents off the 3. They're good to go. Carvana back above 51 now, holding those 51s. Pretty nice pop off there, 47 there. 47 bottom it previously made. But I'm thinking it can test it again, test that 47. Still red on the day. PBLA, I'm waiting for this thing to dump through 275. It may take a while, may become choppy. PLTR, what's the SPY doing? That's what I need to be looking at. SPY over 455 and heading up. All right, JXJG dying. No volume to keep it up. PWM. PWM. Still low volume. Never did even make it to 1 million shares traded. Meta. Like I said, I knew it was going to be coming back up. This thing's got way too much good news. Way too much good news to just be down in the dumps. Ford. What is this thing? KRE. What is KRE? It's a marijuana company. Marijuana banking sponsor. What is this? It's not a huge gainer.
Hal, I'm sorry I talked you into selling RXRX.
Oh, let me look at RXRX. Oh yeah, that thing. I forgot all about that. Nah, you didn't talk me into anything. You know, that one was one I wasn't willing to wait on. I may have had it on my swing list, but I just kind of lost track of it. Yeah, it is over here on the swing list. I lost track of it. Looks like it was holding the 14s. Oh well. Did it get more news on today? No news on the day, just continuing higher off of this level. I had originally bought somewhere down here, like 11s or something like that. But yeah, it happens. You know, I just wasn't willing to wait. You know, by the time it's done all of this moving, let's say it moved from 12 up to 14 and all of that stuff. I'm just not willing to do all that waiting if it's not going to be a swing trade. I entered it for a day trade and it didn't give me what I wanted. So, you know, I'm okay with that. Needs to follow the plan. I forgot where I entered on that one. If I entered this one, it would have been around a support, maybe like this 1014. But I forgot. Maybe it was $11. I forgot. All right, back up to PBLA. We're finally getting that move down that I was talking about after that touch of the 3. I mean, it's clear resistance. Why wouldn't shorts get aggressive there? Even if it's gonna go back up some, like it's like that level is like be aggressive. Put your shoestrings on, tie them on tight. Let's run this thing into the dirt because you will get paid off with a short position there. But that's what I'm noticing with the trades that I'm trying to do. It's the exact inverse, and they come and go, and on days that I don't see them, I'm like, man, I want something to trade. Man, I want something to trade. And jumping the gun loses me money. Jumping into stuff, and it's just like, why? If it's not an obvious support where I can see it clearly, get in and manage my risk, why even take it? You know, obvious support with a little bit of catalyst. Doesn't even have to be the greatest catalyst. Just needs to be a catalyst with the high relative volume, that low float gets a nice little bounce, even if it's like 10 cents, you know, because almost immediately when I'm into a trade, I'm putting my stop at break even almost immediately, or just a little bit below break even. Because I'm buying low anyway, it shouldn't be returning to those spots. in my opinion. But I do start. I don't get in one go anymore. Like I don't just enter 2,000 shares. I get in a little bit as it's coming down. Get a nice average, and then I say, okay, is this little share size already losing? If it's losing, I just stop out of that little share size and kind of wait till it slows down, enter a little bit again, and then I continue to enter as long as it kind of chops around in that range for that reversal. But I definitely am much more comfortable losing on that beginning size than losing on something that's going to take my whole pocket out. All right, Carvana is above the 53s now. Still red on the day. PBLA continuing down, of course. So maybe a good test point will be the 243s right under the 250s on this one. But as it loses its gain on the day, oh, it's time for my meeting. Hey, all right, so guys, I did not realize the time had passed like this. I am going to go ahead and get to this meeting. And yeah, oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely check out the Discord if you want to.
By all Blackheart.
We'll be back on Friday. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Have a good one.